Tara, the boys are spending a lot of time at Ned's, aren't they?
Yeah.
And that includes staying overnight?
Yeah.
Am I right? And also, am I right in thinking they're studying for their exams at the moment?
Yeah, I know it's a bad year for them.
So it's a tough time for them.
It is. Tom's got his A-levels in the summer and Henry's got his GCSEs, hasn't he?
Yeah. Okay. And they're doing a lot of that studying whilst at your house, Ned. Probably not as much as you'd like, but...
Well, they're doing some, yeah.
So, sort of in the terms of bedrooms, Tara, what would you think would be best for them?
With the studying
You know,
thing?
in relation to the studying aspect, particularly, yeah.
Well, I can see that ideally they'd need a bedroom of their own.
Okay.
So in fact you're both saying that you need
Yeah.
a house each with enough bedrooms
Yeah.
for yourself and enough bedrooms for each of the children to have one on their own.
Okay.
Yeah, but Tara, how am I supposed to afford a 4-bedroomed house if you won't sell the family home?
Well, why can't your mum and dad lend you some money?
Tara, if we sell the house, there's £460,000 worth of equity, right? We could both buy, virtually mortgage-free, and both free home. Our parents have done enough, you know, they've lent us enough money already. I can't understand why you've got this insistence on staying in a massive house you don't need and you can't afford to run anyway.
You don't ever understand the position I'm in. You just don't get it, Ned. I just feel like everything's collapsing. The only thing I've got left is the home. And now you want to take that away.
Okay, just
Unbelievable.
Just wondering whether it's
Is it appropriate for a break, do we think? Tara?
I'm okay, I want to carry
Ned?
No, I'm all right, I'm fine.
Okay.
on. I'm sorry.
Well, it is a very difficult time for everybody. I think it's very easy to get wrapped up in the emotional side of things. And marriage breakdown is one of the most stressful life experiences, and that, you know, usually comes at the time of talking about moving houses, people moving home, children moving from one place to another. So it is very difficult. And it sounds as if, Tara, when everything else is changing, perhaps the one constant for you is the house.
Yeah, that's absolutely it, Sally Ann. It's...
Yeah, am I right in thinking it's more of a timing issue for you, Tara, as to when the property should be sold? You know, it's not a case of if, it's more when. Am I being realistic?
I did say to you when we spoke,
Yeah.
I'm not expecting to be able to stay there forever. Having said that, when we spoke, you said to me that I wouldn't have to be out before 5 years, so why am I expected to go now?
When we spoke, Tara, what I said was the court would, in all likelihood, order a sale because we have a property here with substantial equity in it. And when that property's sold, then, you know, it could actually realise enough money to buy 2 properties, one for you and one for Ned, where the children could spend time with each of you. So, you know, in those circumstances, the court would order a sale, ultimately. But the issue for the court would be when, really, because the court would look to give you some time to readjust. The court would be particularly concerned about the children, give Lucy some time to settle down with her schooling, and particularly the boys to do their exams, etc., etc. So really, as I say, the court would expect the property to be sold, but, you know, they would allow you some time and the children some time to readjust, as I've explained.
Right,
Is that
no,
clear
yeah, I've
now?
got that,
So
I've got it.
it's a timing,
yeah.
it's a timing issue.
I've got it.
Would you agree with that,
Yeah, I
Sally
think
Ann?
that's right. I mean, there's a possibility that the court might order a sale, or equally that there might be a delay, and they would look at all the surrounding circumstances. So what we need to concentrate on, we need to focus on reaching an agreement that will satisfy everybody's needs as far as possible.
Well, I can see the basis that the court might look at what the children need, but what we're talking about, a 2 or 3 year period then?
That sounds about reasonable.
Well, how do you feel about that? I mean, I could work with 2 years.
Well, 2 years is fine, Tara, but, you know, if I've got to wait 2 years, how on earth am I supposed to afford somewhere to live now?
I've said, why don't you borrow money off your mum and dad?
Look, I've told you 1,000 times before, they've lent us enough money. How on earth can I go back to them and ask them for some more money? Especially when you're sat in this massive house and we're waiting for it to sell.
It's okay.
How on earth can I approach them again?
So, Ned, you've borrowed from your parents before,
Yeah.
and am I right in thinking it's not a question of them not being able to lend you money, but really of you not wanting to approach them.
Well, I suppose, you know, they have money, yeah, and they have lent us it before.
So it might,
But-
might be a possibility.
Well, it might be, but how on earth do I ask them?
What sort of relationship do they have with the children?
Well, a fantastic relationship with the children.
Do they?
Yeah, well, it's fair, isn't it?
Yeah, no, they do. They do have a really good relationship.
So they'll be aware of the timing and that the boys are working for exams over the next couple of years.
Yeah.
So do you think they might be sympathetic to that and perhaps the need to delay a sale for a period of time?
Yeah, they would be sympathetic for something being in place for the children's stability. Yeah, I'm sure they would. I think I could approach them on that basis. But, you know, Tara, I'm sat here doing all the compromising. I'm going to need most of these savings that's left so I can go out and buy somewhere to live.